Don't worry, I totally didn't talk Skizzleman into sleeping in a bed in the end yesterday.
All right, off. You know what? Enough out of you.
Next up, let's check out the lightning farm, which is also a RNG-based farm.
So the first thing we need to do is to manipulate the weather. So we have a thunderstorm. So you can see a lot of redstone instant wires going off into the distance. And all of those are connected with a dropper that faces into a nether portal. And what that's doing is if you trigger the line, it shoots an item into the overworld and loads chunks. And loading those chunks is the same thing again. It manipulates the world RNG. And this way we can, if we do this one tick before the game decides to change the weather, then we can manipulate how long the weather will last.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Wow. So this machine here is just a timing device that if you trigger
magic.
it will create a perfect cycle. So it will thunder like every 10 minutes or so, or every 20 minutes for 10 minutes.
Oh, amazing.
That is cool. Wow.
Basically, anytime the game generates a random number, you just tell it what it is.
Maybe you have realized that when you sleep in a bed, that then the weather always stays nice and sunny for a while. Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, sleeping in a bed actually resets the weather, and we use that. In the overworld here, there's a bed, and it has an observer attached to it, which detects when you start sleeping, and that turns on this device here.
So we can synchronize our clock with the weather cycle of the Minecraft world. Now on the backside of this big nether portal, you can see how we're sending signals through. We're using minecarts to send information through the nether portal into the overworld to time stuff very precisely.
Ah, okay.
And how many outputs you got? I think there's a total of 4 nether portals you're dropping items into.
I think there might be 5 or 6 for the cycle here.
But we can head on over into the overworld.
All right. Yeah, I want to see on the other side of this thing. Again, just to keep in mind, this was all done in survival.
Yeah, essentially anybody can do this in their world.
Uh-oh.
You don't need anything
It's
special.
thundering right now. Turn on the horses. It's thundering.
Oh, except they're not gonna end up in the right spot. Yeah,
There's too many players in the overworld here too. We would have a better way to build this machine right now if we did it
Yes.
again.
Yeah.
It's something that we still want to do.
It's definitely a work in progress. Like whenever you come up with something new, you obviously learn a lot while you're designing it, and it was definitely a learning process for us. We kept like learning better, easier ways of doing the same thing that we're doing now. But yeah, we're essentially in the overworld. This is where the lightning will strike. If it was on, it actually will strike in a single chunk above this. And we actually had to design this weird contraption that we're standing on to actually kind of harvest the lightning, which is a pretty crazy thing to see when it's activated, but it's very difficult too because it's player position. So if players stay in the wrong spot, it can actually ruin it and very weird stuff like that.
Oh,
but
wow.
essentially, all those cobble walls are kind of like at the very top of it, and lightning will strike them. And then what will happen is we actually also manipulate lightning strikes to always produce trap horsemen. So we get those crazy guys that will explode and try to shoot you. So we get horses spawning up there. They'll fall down. We got this funnel of doom, as Xerox likes to call it, to shove everything into the center. There's a player that'll be kind of nearby, which will activate them, switch them from over a normal skeleton horse over into those horsemen with the skeletons on top of them.
You may realize this giant chunk of lava over there.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. What's up on the lava?
That was Earth Computer's base. We griefed it.
Can we fly over it?
There's over 400,000 blocks of lava inside there.
Oh my gosh.
You can see it on the map right
This
here.
is taking forever.
I can explain the real reason if you like.
Go ahead, Earth.
Okay, so basically, you know how I said before that you have to go to a very specific location to get what you want to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the problem is that lightning striking is so unlikely, and even if a lightning strikes, getting it to spawn a horse is also very unlikely. So we would have to go out a whole ton of blocks, right?
Millions of blocks
yeah.
away from spawn.
Very far. So instead, what we do is we can reset the RNG and then call it a bunch of times, like waste some of its random numbers, move it further in the sequence to where we want. And it turns out that during the random ticking, which is like, for example, crop growth or lava fire spreading, that kind of thing. Lava will move the randomizer along in its sequence by like a particular amount, and so we have a lot of lava here to move the randomizer. I think it was 100,000 in its 10,000 in its sequence or something.
So you have like one chunk of lava to move it one time each, right?
One sub chunk of lava.
Okay, so every 16 by
I think it's
16
a
by
little bit
16
more
area will move it
complicated.
by once.
Yeah, is it more complicated? Yeah.
Yeah.
All of this is.
Yeah.
It actually calls the random number generator a random number of times. So
Yeah, but that random number of times is also what we can control.
it
Magic.
wouldn't really
Or us even.
require this lava, but using this lava, we can build it closer to spawn.
Yeah. Okay. I think I understood that part. Okay.
So yeah, so in the end result, it's forcing the lightning to only spawn in a single chunk. So if you like check your chunks, you can see that this whole top section is all in one chunk.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
so we know lightning is going to strike here, so we can kind of minimize where we're collecting our horses. And yeah, after they come by the player and he opens them up, he will hit them with a sword, and this will make them like a player kill. And then they will die. Then they'll be dropped downwards, and then we kind of kill anything that doesn't die, because stuff can have armor. We've actually did a 24-hour live stream of this, and I think we got over 52 full diamond geared skeletons.
That was for
Wow.
Halloween. I think
Yeah.
so we could get all can
Yeah,
hit.
during Halloween we do a 24-hour live stream trying to tame some really rare mobs, which we'll show you. So let's I'm not gonna get into all the redstone part of this, but let's go around the green carpet. There's a entrance from the backside.
Okay.
Ray's ult has killed
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I killed over 4 million
That's
skeleton
not even
horses.
all
He's
of
not a
them.
very humane person. He has killed
I-
hundreds of other
I
stuff.
think it's not counting the ones that he hit with
No.
a sweeping edge, and they killed from they died
Yeah,
from fall
That
damage.
statistic shows the right amount. It's closer to 66 million. Yeah, come down here. It's kind of crowded because essentially during 24-hour live stream, everybody's restricted to a very small area. If you go outside this area, you can manipulate where the skeletons actually spawn. It can crash the server in like just a matter of seconds because so many. It produces over 110,000 skeletons per hour.
Jeez. That is cool. Wow.
So can I ask you, how do you go about finding these things out? Like, do you look at the code?
It has to do with like kind of recognizing. Majority has to do with recognizing something that's not normal in Minecraft and pursuing it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people recognize stuff that's not normal in Minecraft, but they don't take the time to pursue it.
Right,
So you have a machine that can detect when someone eats food.
Yes.
wow.
By the particles it spawns.
Oh my gosh, that's
Enchantment
funny.
And I was
technology still
the
works
player
like normal.
detectors in Minecraft.
Oh, you should see Skizzleman eat an apple. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun to figure all this stuff out and then come in here in survival and have to build it out. That must have taken forever.
Ooh, some of the skeletons are down.
I feel like it's like 90% time you spend in creative, and then like 10% time it's just like building it up. It's like, oh, survival is so easy, you just build it up. Creative's so hard, you have to actually figure out, make this stuff work.
Yeah, put all the pieces together. Yeah.
Yeah, if you fly
This
over,
is cool.
if you fly over top of the actual lava piece, I don't know if you guys done that so far. It's kind of cool. It's like a half moon shape. But you can actually kind of see the scale
I
of
don't know
it
if I
compared
trust
to
my
the.
flying
If you
skills
come
here.
down, you
Compared
can
to
see
the
some
trees
of
below it.
skeleton.
Yeah, we'll check out the skeletons right after.
I was already down there taking a sneak peek at all those guys.
Yeah. I cheated.
And the rarest creature, am I correct?
Look at this.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, placing
Over
this
the
lava must have
is
taken a little bit.
bad.
Okay, so we're not solid lava sources all the way or anything.
No, luckily we didn't have to do that. I think originally we
Yeah.
thought we did,
Oh yeah.
but we got stuck.
Woo! Flying close to the sun here. That's what it feels like.
Some people fly through it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what have you done? Now I'm gonna. Ah!
That's cool.
During our 24-hour live stream, we just concentrated on the skeleton horses, and some of them are extremely rare as 1 in a billion, and we tried to obtain those. there's a lot of weird glitches to do with these guys. Essentially, a lot of their gear is given to them twice, and this makes things that shouldn't be possible in survival. Like you can get protection 8 helmets in survival, and they actually work too. Like they're super powerful. They will max out your protection. Like that's the highest protection you can actually get in the game of Minecraft by having one of those helmets on. It'll max it out. You won't be able to get any higher than that. So it's actually kind of a cool thing to try to obtain. We are trying to do that. That's why underneath of this kind of weird chute we have a helmet sorter. It's very strange, but essentially we can get closer. There is 4 zombies that are able to pick up loot inside this little lava pit at the very bottom. And if they find a helmet that's better than theirs, they'll be able to grab it. And then we will, anything else they don't grab will just destroy the lava. And then we have a little, some mechanisms with redstone to be able to get the helmets back from them. And that's what that chest was underneath. But we took a lot of the cool helmets over to our museum where we have all our rare items. And yeah, but during our stream, we weren't just like killing them for the helmets. We were actually trying to obtain the cool pieces off of them, which is unique to Halloween, which is these jack-o'-lantern heads and pumpkin heads. So jack-o'-lanterns are completely unique to Halloween. That's the only time you can obtain them. Out of the 365 days in a year, you only have 1 day to obtain it. That's why we did this 24-hour live stream, and we got quite a few, but there's only a 2.5% chance of getting a jack-o'-lantern head on a skeleton. And then of course you start adding other things on like armor, and that just gets more rare and more rare. But where I'm standing is our best one we got so far. This guy has diamond on him. He has 2 pieces of diamond, which is really, really rare.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is, I can't believe the protection 8 thing is amazing. I had no idea that was a deal.
Protection 8.
Similar bug with crossbows.
Very cool.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun trying to collect them and trying to sort them. They're a very weird mob to kind of move around, and they have some weird properties where they can actually push you, like even 20 blocks above them, they can actually push you. The big stone thing underneath of us, that is a mob farm, and we actually push mobs very quickly to the center with pistons, and then we have a bunch of armor stands which work like lightning rods, and then we can slightly move the player over by a couple pixels, and then it'll direct the lightning over here, and we can strike these armor stands at the exact same time we got the mobs positioned underneath of them. And then if there's any creepers, they'll make them charge creepers, so we can get some charged creepers from there. And we got a little automated system underneath which will automatically kind of put them in a situation where they'll try to shoot at iron golem. They end up hitting like a skeleton will try to shoot an iron golem, ends up hitting a creeper, and they kind of blow up on themselves, and we get mob skulls. So it's like a automatic mob skull farm without using tridents.
Right, yeah. Because were tridents in the game at this point? In 112? Right, you guys didn't have the tridents, so...
I remember them being introduced and them thinking, oh, they've ruined our fun, haven't they?
So yeah, there's quite a few different types of farms in this area. But the hearts, like what makes the machine work, is very similar to the orangey machine. So if we look the opposite direction of the lava, there's actually a bunch of redstone. A little bit different, but very similar to what you see in the other one. We have a machine that tells when the server does its autosave. We have a little clock to keep track of that time, and then we put a lot of updates through a bunch of servers and rails, and essentially we can constantly be loading chunks. And someone made like a little skyblock, a little skyblock thing here.
Yeah, we appreciate that. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
Skizzleman and I love our skyblock.
Yes.
And there's like a floating sand island over there.
That's great.